All right, brothers. Today we got the Hulk Hogan Memorial Workout. Let's take a look and see what we did today. All right, guys, let's get into the workout here. So this is a really fun one. We kind of went all out for this one today and had a really good time. So we'll have some photos that I'll share momentarily here as well. So the most important part to really kind of build the momentum for this one and build the excitement, my recommendation is tell everyone a couple days in advance when you first announce you're going to be queuing a Hulk Hogan Memorial Beatdown that you have to do this sleeveless. So tank tops, torn off sleeves, whatever that is for you. No sleeves allowed. If you show up with sleeves, you're doing 20 burpees. So we had just about 100% compliance on that one. Basically, all the guys showed up with sleeveless shirts as a tribute to Hulk Hogan. So kind of a fun way to kick it off and to get people excited for this, especially if this is going to be an early queue for you. So one of the other things that we did also, we built out a custom ring with this one using a couple traffic cones, a couple pieces of PVC, and some rope. So pretty cheap, affordable one to do here, but it's pretty fun when the guys show up in the morning and they see what looks like a full-size wrestling ring built in the parking lot. So you could do that just with cones if you want. You don't have to go to Home Depot and buy a bunch of supplies for this one, but if you want to do it and you want to go all out, I'll show you what we built momentarily. Another fun thing you can do, if you want to run over to, I don't know, Walmart or go on Amazon and just get one of these, so just like the cheap plastic gold WWE champion belts, we worked that into the workout as well and had some fun with that. Most importantly, you get to see who's got the worst farmer's tan of all the guys in your group. So probably me, or at least I was competing for first or second place on that one. So yeah, it's always fun to get everyone out there. So this workout is going to be a circuit style workout. You're going to have 4 stations for the 4 corners of the ring, each one of those representing one of the moves that was a signature move for Hulk Hogan back in his day. So on the surface, it's going to look deceptively simple, but it's going to smoke everyone out there. You're going to have guys pouring sweat by the time they finish that first circuit and start repeating a second one, and everyone has a lot of fun doing this. So let's go take a look at the ring first. All right, so that photo right in front of you is the ring. So built this out using basic 1.5" PVC and a couple medium-sized traffic cones, as well as some rope. So on this one, it's really not too bad to build, honestly. One of the main things just to keep in mind is that these 4 corners are prone to tipping over just due to the weight of the rope. So I'd recommend having a couple extra coupons like you can see in the photo there just to hold down the base of each cone. I built this out just in the driveway beforehand, probably blocked half the street when I was first doing this, so apologies to my neighbors. But I would recommend testing this out in your driveway first just to make sure that the poles aren't tipping over. Like I mentioned, though, you easily could do this just with 4 cones for the 4 corners itself if you don't want to go all out and do the ring, but I'm a big fan of doing the ring. You can see that we put the speaker in the center there, so we had some good music playing. A lot of 80s hard rock, so combination of ZZ Top, Poison, Motley Crue, as well as the original walkout songs for Hulk Hogan as well. So having a good playlist is really valuable for this one as well. It gets everyone just really fired up for it. So definitely glad we did that, put the speaker in the center. So you can see each of the 4 poles. There's also a piece of paper taped to that. So that's the workout for each one. And so each one of these is a station. So what you do is you start at a station. There are going to be 2 exercises at each station. I'll make sure to give those to you in a second as well as put those in the description. So you do those, and that means you've finished that corner. So now what you do is you go run a 400-meter lap. So for us, that was a big lap around the parking lot. And then at that point, you get to rotate to the next station. So for the workout itself, started pretty basic on the warm-up on this one. So we did side straddle hops, we did tappy taps, we did arm circles. Basically just 15 of each in cadence, won't take you more than 5 minutes. So you save a good amount of time for the workout itself. So for the 4-station circuit, basically the 4 corners of the ring are going to be the 4 stations. So break up your guys evenly. You don't have to do a strict count on this one, but just tell them break up into 4 different parts. 3 of those 4 stations are going to require coupons, so have them go ahead and distribute their coupons evenly on the stations. You don't have to carry the coupon with you for this one. The only station that does not require a coupon is the body slam station, which is probably the most challenging one. So our guys had a tough time with that one, but it was good. So for those 4 stations, the first one, corner 1, that is the running leg drop. So this was the sheet that we had taped up here for the running leg drop. So that is 30 of the goblet squats. So holding that coupon and doing a squat with that. And then 30 of the Bonnie Blairs with a 2 is 1 count on that one. So that one is really going to work the quads. That is definitely going to work that running leg drop there. And that is definitely a fun one. So the second one that we got is Hulk Hogan's famous big boot. So this is another one of his signature moves. So this was the piece of paper taped on the second one. So in this one, you're doing 30 Imperial Storm Kickers. So holding that coupon in front of you, lifting up and kicking forward, alternating legs. So it's 15 each leg. And then the 30 Zebra Kicks with a count of 2 as 1. So getting in that high plank position and doing those backward kicks as well. And that is the big boot station. So number 3, hulking up. So this is another fun one. So you're going to do 30 overhead press, so lifting that coupon overhead, and then 30 Popeye punches. So those are the punches over the shoulders with a count of 2 as 1. And then the fourth one, probably the most brutal station. Simple, but definitely challenging. This is the body slam station. So this one is 30 burpees followed by 30 Merkins. Just go straight into it. Some guys tried to do this one first. Some wanted to do it last. If you do it first, it's going to suck. You do it last, it's going to suck. So it is definitely a challenging one, but it's going to work that chest as well. And that one, that's definitely a good one in the rotation as well. So each one of these 4 is going to take roughly the same amount of time. The body slam one usually takes a little longer, especially when you're doing all 30 of those burpees. So what we found is that that station doing the Popeye punches, those guys are more likely to finish first by about 10 seconds or so. The nice thing is that actually gives you a bit of a rotation as the guys go through the station, so it's not everyone running the lap all at once. You actually get a nice bit of momentum. You get different guys who can compete to run and try and run into the ring and grab that big plastic gold belt here as well. So that's where it gets really fun. So you can see in the photo from before, we put that stool in the middle of the ring there. So if you finish first, you finish that corner first, you get to run into the middle. So you climb through the ropes, you run to the middle, and on that stool, you get to go grab that champion belt. And for your 400-meter lap, you're going to rifle carry that over your head. So you got to hold it over your head the entire time you run that lap. And that is your championship lap. You get back, you go and you put that right in the middle on that stool again. And then the next guy that finishes, as long as that's unattended and no guy is currently holding it, you get to run into the ring and grab it and do your victory lap holding it. So kind of a fun motivation for the guys. It also means that a handful of guys with different abilities are also going to get the chance to do a victory lap as well. So it stays motivational for everyone. We had everyone pouring sweat by the time that they finished all 4 stations. We didn't quite get through 2 full rotations on this one. I'd say most guys averaged finishing 1 all the way up through about 1.5 or so. So it works well though, because if someone finishes 4, they're really fast. You can have them go and cycle again and keep doing it until you hit time. My recommendation, assuming you're starting sharp at 5:15, do the first 5 minutes of Mary, and then just go consistently through 5:55. First 5 minutes of warm up, and then Mary's going to be at 5:55. And so at that point, my recommendation for Mary is you do Freddy Mercuries, you do boat punches, and you do American hammers. Do them all in cadence, and 20 count of each one of those. I'm also going to toss the boy band photo that we took here at the very end. This is definitely one where you get everyone to do the sleeveless shirts. You get guys out there in the do-rags or the skull caps or the bandanas and glasses, and guaranteed you're going to have a pretty fun photo at the end of the day. So you might be wondering about the COT on this one. So this one actually lends itself surprisingly well to a good COT in a way that you might not expect for a Hulk Hogan themed workout. So our verse that we shared on this one, it was Luke 23 verses 39 to 43. So this is when we've got the thief on the cross at Golgotha next to Jesus. And so I'll start off reading this verse. One of the criminals who hung there hurled insults at him. "Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us." But the other criminal rebuked him. "Don't you fear God," he said, "since you are under the same sentence? We're punished justly, for we're getting what our deeds deserve. But this man has done nothing wrong." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus answered him, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." So what does that have to do with Hulk Hogan? Well, Hulk Hogan was actually baptized in the final 18 months of his life at age 70. So, he talks about how at a young age, at about age 14 or so, he started following Jesus for the first time. But, he was also quick to admit that later on in his life, he kind of fell into some bad patterns of behavior, started making some decisions that weren't the best for him and his family. And ultimately, got a lot of negative media attention about that as well. And so ultimately, at age 70, he made that decision to turn his life around. He decided to be baptized, to start focusing on his faith. And ultimately, he actually had a really powerful quote from that day as well. He said, "Total surrender and dedication to Jesus is the greatest day of my life." And you figure that was, a little more than a year before he passed away. And so the reason this actually lends itself well to a good COT here and how that ties into the verse is that it's never too late to turn things around. So that's true in our fitness, that's true in our drinking habits, our marriages, as fathers, in our faith. And so the question that I pose to the group on this one that I'd encourage you to ask them also, and actually to open it up for discussion here, is there an area of your life where you've been falsely telling yourself that it's too late and you're too far gone? I've also got a couple photos here. Just a couple of us had fun taking photos with the ring and with the belt as well. So a lot of the guys hung out afterwards and had a good time with this one. So definitely just a good morale builder. It was just a lot of fun overall. We had a good turnout. We had 17 guys come out to this one, which is pretty solid turnout for us as well. So let's see. In terms of other recommendations here, I would just say just make sure that you're keeping on time for this one. The workout itself fills the time pretty well, and that circuit nature means you can cycle it pretty well. But I would recommend starting on time just to make sure everyone gets the chance to go through every single one of the stations. If you guys want to do this one and you want the playlist that I made for this one, go ahead and drop a comment, and I can send you a link to the Spotify playlist as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know if you do it. It's a really fun one. We really enjoyed this one. I think we are going to use that ring again in the future. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.